Students, today we see properties of operator. Okay, so we see the properties of operator del and e, that is backward difference operator and shift operator. So first property is that the operators, that is, we know that the operators, we see the operators in previous lecture: delta, del, e, then small delta, mu, that is average operator, and d with the differential operator. All are linear operators. All are linear operators. Okay. Second property is that the operator is distributive over addition. Okay. All the operator follows the laws of indices. All the operator follows laws of indices. Laws of indices. Okay. Then fourth one is E and delta, that is shift operator and forward difference operator, are not commutative with respect to variables, that is delta into E is not equal to E into delta. Okay, then next property is if delta into f of x is equal to 0, if delta into f of x is equal to 0, then it is not means that either delta is equal to 0 or f of x is equal to 0. Okay. Then sixth one is operators E and delta cannot stand without operands. Okay, so these are all the properties of operators. Then here we see first property, the operator delta, del, e, delta, mu, d, that is differential operator, are linear operator. Linear means, we see the meaning of linear. Linear, that is, for example, we consider for del operator. Here del a f of x plus h plus b f of phi of x plus h is equal to a del f of x plus h plus b phi of x plus h. It is the definition of linear. Then we see the property of E operator, that is properties of E, that is shift operator. First one is E C f of x. Here C be the constant, then we can take outside from C and then we apply this E operator on the function f of x. Okay, so that is C E f of x. Then second property is that E in bracket a f of x plus b g of x. Okay, then is equal to, we get a E f of x plus B E g of x. That is the linearity property of the operator E. Okay. Then third one is e raised to m into e raised to n f of x is equal to e raised to m plus n f of x. That is then we see the relation between operators. We have to prove some identities. Okay, first one is E into del is equal to del into E is equal to, we have to prove that delta, that is forward difference operator. So we consider E into del, then we apply arbitrary function, or we consider here arbitrary function f of x, and we apply this E into del on f of x. That is, we consider here E del into del f of x is equal to, we write E del f of x. Okay, that is, first we apply del operator on function f of x is equal to, we get, here we can write E del f of x. We know the definition of del operator, that is backward difference operator. We get which is the difference of f of x minus f of x minus h. Okay, again we separate E for this. We get E f of x minus E f of x minus h. Again we apply here definition of E, that is shift operator. Then E f of x, we get f of x plus h minus E f of x minus h, we get is equal to E f of x minus h is equal to, we get E f of x, because shift operator shift the function at the next point. That is, we have to get, if we apply one time shift operator on the function, then we get the value of the function at the next point. Then x minus h after that point is x, so we get E f of x minus h is equal to f of x. Then f of x plus h minus f of x, we get, which we know that which is the difference of, that is forward difference of function f of x delta f of x. Okay, so we take it as equation number 1. Then we consider del into E, that is reversely, and again we consider the function f of x with the arbitrary function. So again here we apply first E on f of x, that is E f of x is equal to, del will be as it is. If we apply E f of x, we get E f of x will be f of x plus h. Okay, then if we find the backward difference for the function f of x plus h, del f of x plus h is equal to, we get f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, then f of x plus h minus f of x, we can write again, that is the difference, forward difference for the function del f of x, that is equal to, we write delta f of x. Okay, and take it as equation number 2. Then from 1 and 2, here if we observe, the RHS will be same, so we get LHS will be same, that is from 1 and 2 we get E into del is equal to del into E, and here f of x will be the arbitrary function, so we get is equal to delta. Okay, so this identity will be proved. Okay, then we see the next identity. Okay, we see second, we have to prove that E is equal to e raised to h into capital D, that is equal to 1 plus delta, that is equal to 1 plus delta. Okay, so here E be the shift operator, D be the differential operator, and delta be the forward difference operator. We know that Okay, so here if we consider first LHS and we apply the function, that is we apply shift operator E on f of x, that is if we consider E f of x, then by definition of E shift operator we get E f of x is equal to again f of x plus h. Okay, so here then we expand this f of x plus h by Taylor series, we get is equal to f of x plus h into f dash of x plus h square divided by 2 factorial into f double dash of x plus up to dash dash dash. Okay, so is equal to, we can write 1 into f of x plus h. Here f dash of x we can write, that is we know that f dash of x, that is derivative of f of x, or we write it as d f of x. Again h square by 2 factorial f double dash of x, that is second derivative of the function f of x, we write it as capital D square f of x plus up to dash dash dash. Okay, so we know that the expansion, series expansion for the function e raised to x is equal to 1 plus x square divided by 2 factorial plus up to so on, x cube divided by 3 factorial and up to so on. If we use this series expansion, then we get here E f of x is equal to, in this RHS, this series expansion, using this we can write E here instead of x, h d f of x, then d square f of x, that is we get here e raised to h into d. Okay, so here again f of x be the arbitrary function and f of x e raised to h d f of x. So here f of x will be the arbitrary function, so we get here e is equal to e raised to h into capital D. Okay, again we know that the relation between E and delta, E is equal to 1 plus delta. We can use here, instead of E we can write 1 plus delta, then we get 1 plus delta is equal to e raised to h into d. Then we get, or we can write it as delta is equal to e raised to h into d minus 1. Okay, so in this way we can prove this identity. Okay, then we see the next, that is third, del small delta is equal, that is central difference operator is equal to, we have to prove that e raised to 1 by 2 minus e raised to minus 1 by 2. In previous lecture we see what is the central difference operator. So by using definition of central difference operator, if we consider delta small delta f of x is equal to, we get central difference operator, that is we get here difference of f of x plus h by 2 minus f of x minus h by 2. Okay, so here we can use the definition of E, that is shift operator, f of x plus h by 2, instead of that we can write here e raised to 1 by 2 f of x minus, here also e raised to minus 1 by 2 f of x, because we know that e f of x is equal to f of x plus h. Okay, so e f of x is equal to f of x plus h, and we can write from that f of x plus h is equal to e f of x. Here we apply e operator one times on f of x, then we get here value f of x plus h. So if we apply this operator half times, shift operator half times on f of x, then we get f of x plus h by 2. Okay, that is we can take here power of e will be the coefficient of this h. So here we can write this coefficient of h will be minus 1 by 2, then we get e raised to minus 1 by 2 f of x. Okay, so here we can take f of x outside, we will be the arbitrary function e raised to 1 by 2 minus e raised to minus 1 by 2 f of x. Here in LHS small delta f of x. Again f of x will be the arbitrary function, so we get here del small del central difference operator is equal to e raised to 1 by 2 minus e raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, then we prove this identity. Okay, then next to see the fourth, we can take new page here. Okay, fourth one is we have to prove that mu, that is we know that which is the average operator, mu is equal to 1 by 2 in bracket e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2. Okay, so again we use the here definition of mu, that is average operator, that is mu f of x is equal to, we know that the definition which is average of f of x plus h by 2 plus f of x minus h by 2 divided by 2. Okay, so is equal to, we can take 1 by 2 here, and again we apply here definition of the shift operator. We can write instead of f of x plus h by 2 here e raised to 1 by 2 f of x plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 f of x. Okay, 1 by 2 we take outside, e f of x is equal to, we know that f of x plus h. So using this definition we can write here this. Okay, again we take 1 by 2 and here that is we get directly e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 and f of x outside, then here in LHS mu f of x, again f of x be the arbitrary function, then we get here mu is equal to 1 by 2 in bracket e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2. That is, we have to get this identity directly from the definition of the shift operator and averaging operator. Okay, then we see the next identity, that is we have to prove that central difference operator del into e raised to 1 by 2 is equal to delta, that is shift operator. Okay, that is forward difference operator, sorry, or that is we have to prove that central difference operator is equal to e raised to minus 1 by 2 into delta, that is forward difference operator. So here we consider the LHS, that is del central difference operator, and we apply the arbitrary function or consider arbitrary function f of x. We apply the central difference operator and on f of x, by definition of central difference operator we get it is the difference of these values f of x plus h by 2 minus f of x minus h by 2. Okay, is equal to, again we use here definition of shift operator. We can write instead of f of x plus h by 2 e raised to 1 by 2 f of x minus e raised to minus 1 by 2 f of x. Okay, then from this we can take e raised to minus 1 by 2 outside, e raised to minus 1 by 2, then in bracket also we take f of x outside. Here if we take e raised to minus 1 by 2 outside, then we have to divide the denominator also e raised to 1 by 2, that is e raised to 1 by 2, and here also e raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, because here e raised to minus 1 by 2 is not present, we take e raised to minus 1 by 2 here outside, that is from numerator, then we have to also divide the denominator by e raised to minus 1 by 2, then minus here e raised to minus 1 by 2 we take outside, that is here remaining only 1 into this f of x we can take outside, we get e raised to minus 1 by 2. Then if we shift this e raised to minus 1 by 2 in numerator, then this 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that because operator satisfies the laws of indices, then we can take the addition of this 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, we get here bracket e raised to 1 by 2 into e raised to 1 by 2, this minus 1 by 2 becomes plus 1, minus 1 here into f of x is equal to e raised to minus 1 by 2. Then here we get E 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is 1 minus 1 into f of x. Okay, so we can write here the next proof. Then LHS will be central difference operator small delta f of x is equal to e raised to minus 1 by 2. Then instead of e minus 1, we know the definition of relation between delta and e. Delta plus 1, 1 plus delta is equal to e. So we get delta is equal to e minus 1. So this e minus 1, instead of e minus 1 we can write delta, that is forward difference operator, into this f of x. Again f of x with the arbitrary function, so we get here central difference operator is equal to e raised to minus 1 by 2 into delta. So this identity will be proved. We can using the relation between delta and e. Okay, so we prove the next identity. Okay, that is 6. Prove that delta plus del is equal to delta divided by del minus del divided by delta. Okay, we can prove this identity in the next page. Okay, so here we consider first LHS delta plus del, or we can write again this delta plus del is equal to delta divided by del minus del divided by delta. That is we have to prove. Okay, so first if we consider the RHS, for simplicity of calculation we consider RHS, then RHS is equal to delta divided by del minus del divided by delta. Okay, then we know that relation between delta, del and e, we use that relation. Delta is equal to e minus 1 and del is equal to 1 minus e inverse. We use that relation to prove this identity. Okay, so we put this value here. We get RHS will be equal to delta will be e minus 1. Then e minus 1 divided by del will be 1 minus e inverse, then minus again here 1 minus e inverse divided by e minus 1. Okay, is equal to here e minus 1 divided by, first we solve this denominator, that is 1 minus e inverse, we can write 1 by e minus again in numerator 1 minus 1 by e divided by e minus 1. Okay, here we take cross multiplication also, and here also we get e minus 1 numerator same, then here we get e minus 1 divided by e. Okay, then minus again we get in numerator, if we take cross multiplication we get e minus 1 divided by e and divided by e minus 1. Okay, so is equal to this e minus 1 gets cancelled. Okay, and this e is in denominator of this denominator, so we shift in numerator, we get here e minus again this e minus 1 divided by e divided by this e minus 1, that is we write e minus 1 divided by e into 1 upon e minus 1. Okay, so this e minus 1 gets cancelled, we get e is equal to, we get is equal to e minus 1 upon e. Then is equal to, we get e minus, again we write this 1 by e as e inverse. Okay, so we get is equal to e minus e inverse E minus E inverse, again we put here E is equal to 1 plus delta and E inverse is equal to 1 minus del. So we get E is equal to, if we put 1 plus delta minus E inverse, from that E inverse is equal to, we get, if we shift this here and this here, we get 1 minus del. So we get here in bracket we write 1 minus del, then we get is equal to 1 plus delta minus 1 minus minus becomes plus del. Okay, so this plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled and is equal to, we get delta plus del, that is equal to the LHS of the given equation. Prove that delta into del is equal to delta minus del. Okay, so here we consider the LHS. LHS will be delta into del. Then we consider arbitrary function f of x. If we apply arbitrary function f of x, that is, first we apply del operator on f of x, we get here delta del f of x is equal to, delta will be as it is, then by definition of del operator we get it is the difference of f of x minus f of x minus h is equal to, then we separate delta for this, we get delta f of x minus delta f of x minus h. Okay, here we write delta f of x will be as it is. Again we use here definition of delta for this, we get it is the difference of f of x minus f of x minus h. Okay, we write in bracket, we get here delta f of x minus, again here we use the definition of delta, so we get it is the difference of f of x minus f of x minus h, and for this difference if we use the definition of del, then we get which is the backward difference for del f of x, because backward difference take the difference of backward value on that given value, that is f of x and x minus h difference of the function at this point, which is the del f of x. So we get, here we take f of x outside, we get delta minus del f of x. So LHS will be delta del f of x and RHS we get delta minus del f of x. F of x be again arbitrary function, so we get here delta into del is equal to delta minus del. Okay, so here we prove this identity only by using the definition of delta and del, that is forward and backward difference operator. Okay, then next prove that or show that e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 in bracket into 1 plus delta raised to 1 by 2 is equal to 2 plus delta. Okay, so again if we consider here the LHS will be e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 into in bracket 1 plus delta raised to 1 by 2. Okay, so we know that 1 plus delta is equal to e. E is equal to 1 plus delta, relation between delta and e. Then LHS is equal to, we get e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 will be as it is, and 1 plus delta is equal to, we write e, so we get here e raised to 1 by 2. Then we multiply this e raised to 1 by 2 inside this bracket, we get e raised to 1 by 2 into e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 into e raised to 1 by 2. Here will be minus. Okay, so using the laws of indices we get, because shift operator, that is all the operators satisfies the laws of indices, so we take here addition of this power. We get e raised to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is 1, so e plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 and e raised to 1 by 2 will be minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will be 0. Okay, so we get e raised to here 0. Okay, then equal to, we get e plus e raised to 1 will be e raised to 0 will be 1, so we get here e plus 1. Then again e plus, here we get 1, so again here we use 1 plus delta is equal to e, that is we get here, if we put again value of e will be 1 plus delta, then we get 1 plus delta plus 1, so we get here delta plus 2, that is equal to the RHS of given equation. So we get e raised to 1 by 2 plus e raised to minus 1 by 2 into 1 plus delta raised to 1 by 2 is equal to 2 plus delta. Okay, so in this way we can prove this. Next example, evaluate delta square in bracket 3 e raised to x. Okay, we have to find the value of, that is we have to find the second order forward difference for the function 3 e raised to x. Here f of x will be equal to 3 e raised to x. Then if we have to find the forward difference for the function, for that we have to also find the value of the function at the next point by the difference h, or by the given difference. Here we can take the difference will be h, then at the next point we get the value will be f of x plus h, so we get here f of x plus h will be 3 e raised to x plus h. Then delta f of x, by using definition of delta forward difference, we know that f of x plus h minus f of x, so we get is equal to f of x plus h will be, we find 3 e raised to x plus h minus 3 e raised to x is equal to, we separate here power of e, that is we get e raised to x into e raised to h minus 3 e raised to x. Then from these two we get these two terms, we take 3 e raised to x outside and in bracket we get e raised to h minus 1. Okay, which is the delta f of x, that is we get first order forward difference for this function, but here we have to find the delta square, that is second order forward difference. So again we square f of x is equal to, we can find in this way delta of delta f of x. Okay, so here we get delta of f of x will be 3 e raised to x in bracket e raised to h minus 1. Okay, so again we have to find this difference of this. So here e raised to h minus 1 will be constant, then by using properties of forward difference operator we can take outside e raised to h minus 1 and we apply only this forward difference operator on this function 3 e raised to x. Okay, so we get here e raised to h minus 1. Here we find the value of delta 3 e raised to x, because f of x will be 3 e raised to x. From that we can write here directly, which is the, in bracket we get 3 e raised to x in bracket e raised to h minus 1. Okay, equal to, we get e raised to h minus 1 and again these 3 we take outside, we get e raised to x into e raised to h minus 1, that is we get 3 e raised to x, this e raised to h minus 1, e raised to h minus 1 will be get e raised to h minus 1 bracket square. Okay, so this is the, we get delta square f of x, that is second order forward difference for the function 3 raised to x. We can first find delta f of x by using definition f of x plus h minus f of x. For that, first we find value of f of x plus h, which is 3 raised to x plus h. We put here and taking calculation, we get delta f of x will be 3 raised to x in bracket e raised to h minus 1. Okay. Then we can find delta square by using this manner, that is delta of delta f of x. We can write delta square as delta into delta of f of x. So delta f of x we can find this, we get delta f of x will be this, we put here this value. Then here we take 3 e raised to h minus 1 outside from this delta, because e raised to h minus 1 will be the constant, and we apply only shift operator on this delta 3 raised to x. We can take here 3 is also outside, but here we write as it is, because here we have to know the value of delta f of x. So we write that is delta 3 raised to x f of x will be this. So we write this 3 inside, and also we can take it outside and then find delta e raised to x. We have to get the same answer. Okay. So here we write this 3 inside and directly write the value of delta 3 e raised to x will be this 3 e raised to x in bracket e raised to h minus 1. So we get by calculation this difference, that is second order difference, is 3 e raised to x in bracket e raised to h minus 1 brackets. Then next example is show that delta log of f of x is equal to log of in bracket 1 plus delta f of x divided by f of x. Okay. So if we consider here again LHS, that is delta log of f of x, then again by using the definition of delta, we know that delta f of x, we get f of x plus h minus f of x. So by using this definition, we can find delta log of f of x is equal to, we get here instead of f of x, we have to given here function log of f of x. So we get here, which is the difference of log of f of x plus h. At the x plus h point, we get value of this will be log of f of x plus h minus log of f of x. Okay. Then by using the laws of log, we can write this as log of f of x plus h divided by f of x. Okay. So for this f of x plus h, we use the definition of shift operator. We know that e f of x is equal to f of x plus h. So we put here instead of f of x, e f of x. We get here in numerator e f of x divided by f of x. Okay. So again we use the here log e is equal to 1 plus delta. So we get here 1 plus delta f of x divided by f of x is equal to log of, if we separate, we multiply this in bracket f of x, in bracket we get f of x plus we get here delta f of x, or divided by f of x. Here we apply this one operator and delta operator on this function, not multiply in bracket. Okay. So here is equal to, we get log of, if we separate this denominator, we get 1 plus delta f of x divided by f of x. Okay. And which is the RHS of the given equation. So we can prove in this way by using only the definition of forward difference operator and relation between delta E and shift operator definition. We get the identity. Okay. So in this way we can prove the some identities by using the definition of all the operators and also the relation between operator delta, del, e, mu. Okay, so thank you.